Hello, hello, my dear angling friends. Your favorite fishing buddy is back with another detailed forecast, and today we're diving deep into the conditions for Ireland on October 28th, 2025. Now, why is this day so special? Well, it's shaping up to be a classic autumn day full of those subtle challenges and hidden opportunities that separate the casual angler from the true enthusiast. I'm going to share with you exactly what to expect, where to cast your line, and what tricks might just land you that trophy fish. Stay tuned, because this forecast might just surprise you with its potential. Let's talk about our finned friends and how to outsmart them this Tuesday. Based on the current conditions, we've got a fantastic window for some specific species. First up, the mighty pike, the undisputed king of freshwater predators. In late October, these ambush hunters are on a mission to pack on weight before winter truly sets in. This means they'll be actively feeding, but they might be a bit more selective. Where to find them, you ask? Focus your efforts around deeper margins, pronounced drop-offs, and any areas offering substantial cover like dense weed beds or submerged structures. Think about where the baitfish might be congregating for warmth and shelter, and the pike won't be far behind. From my experience, a key insight for pike on a day like this with cooler water and potentially lower pressure is to slow things down. For lures, you'd highly recommend dead baits. A small smelt or mackerel fished on a trace can be deadly. Larger soft plastics slowly worked along the bottom or overstructure will also entice a strike. Wobblers and spinnerbaits retrieved at a snail's pace often win the race in cooler water. Try around Lough Erne, Lough Mask or Lough Derg for some excellent opportunities. Next, let's turn our attention to the feisty perch, Pike. These striped beauties are often found in shoals, and late October can be fantastic for them, especially as they group up before the coldest months. Look for them holding near features like bridge pillars, deep holes, or the edges of drop-offs in canals and larger lakes. They'll be seeking slightly warmer, more stable water. A little trick from my playbook: try small, sensitive quiver tips on a feeder rod using maggot or worm as bait. Alternatively, small jigs or soft plastics worked slowly can be incredibly effective, especially when fishing vertical drops. Remember, perch love structure and often won't move far from it. Now, for those who prefer the salt, codwind fishing is entering its prime season. From the end of October through to February, cod become a main target species along the Irish coast. They're moving closer to shore to feed in the cooler waters. Where to look? The Wexford coast is a fantastic spot, and Dublin Bay also offers great prospects for cod. Fish around deep marks, gullies, and areas with rough ground where they can find crabs and shellfish. On what to catch them? Fresh lugworm, crab, and mussel are your go-to baits. A two-hook paternoster rig is a solid choice. Don't be afraid to cast a good distance, as cod can often be found beyond the surf line. Finally, the elusive bass. Bass can be caught all year round in Ireland, but as temperatures drop, bait fishing becomes particularly productive, especially along the south coast. They'll be seeking out warmer pockets and areas with good food sources. Target areas include rocky marks and sandy beaches, particularly around estuaries and points of current. Places south of a line between Dublin and Galway tend to be more consistent. My personal advice for bass on a day like this is to fish around dusk or dawn, or even into the night, using fresh peeler crab or lugworm on a single hook flowing trace. Look for areas where tides create natural food traps. Remember to check local regulations, as bass are a protected species. Let's break down the conditions and understand why our fish will be behaving this way. The weather picture. For October 28th, 2025, we're looking at daytime temperatures around 12 degrees Celsius, dropping to between 3 and 8 degrees Celsius overnight. The atmospheric pressure is likely to be unsettled, with low pressure dominating the week. This often means fish will be less active near the surface and might move deeper to find more stable conditions. We're also expecting moderate to strong winds, around 18 to 26 kilometers per hour, which can create choppy water and make bite detection challenging. While some forecasts predict clear skies, the general outlook for October in Ireland is for significant rainfall, so be prepared for potential showers. Dress warmly and in layers, friends. Water temperature. Trends. The sea temperature around Ireland in late October will be hovering around 13 to 14 degrees Celsius. This is still tolerable for many species, but it's definitely cooling down, signaling to fish like cod that it's time to feed up. In freshwater, lakes and rivers will also be experiencing a noticeable drop in temperature. This cooling trend means fish metabolism slows, and they become less inclined to chase fast-moving baits, preferring slower presentations or static baits. The moon's influence. On October 28, 2025, the moon will be in its waxing crescent phase, about 6 to 7 days old, with roughly 38 to 40% of its surface illuminated. Many anglers believe that the period leading up to the first quarter can stimulate fish activity, especially around moonrise and moonset. While not a full moon or new moon, this increasing light can often trigger short feeding windows. Keep an eye on those crepuscular hours, dawn and dusk, as they often align with increased activity during this moon phase. General fish activity. Overall, fish activity in Ireland during this period is a mixed bag. Pike and perch will be actively feeding, trying to bulk up for the colder months, making them excellent targets for those prepared to adjust their tactics. Brown trout, however, will largely be focused on their spawning activities, making them a more challenging and ethically questionable target. Coarse fish like bream and roach will be slowing down, moving into deeper, more stable parts of the water column and feeding less aggressively than in warmer months. So, my friends, my overall assessment for fishing in Ireland on October 28, 2025 is medium to capricious, but with good potential for specific species. The changeable weather, with potentially low pressure and cooling waters, will make it challenging. However, the pre-winter feeding instincts of pike, perch, cod and bass mean that if you're prepared to adapt your approach, fish deeper and slow down your presentations, you could have a truly rewarding day. This is exactly the kind of day where an informed angler can truly shine. Good luck out there, everyone. May your lines be tight and your nets be heavy. Ni chwasta, ni cheshui. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful, and let me know in the comments below. What are your go-to autumn tactics for pike or perch in changing weather? What are your plans for fishing this week? Share your observations.